Did y'all hear that? Mm-hmm. 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 Tell me, can y'all hear me real quick, man? Hmm. Boom, boom. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yo, man, we back like broad straps, man. It's Voch Lombardi. What's happening, man? Can y'all hear me real quick? Hold up. Wait up. Whoa. Let me cut my radio down. Let me cut my radio down. Damn. Okay. Let me hit that button. Let me cut my radio down. Boom. Let me do that. Stream. Cool. Stream gang is up in here. Caleb Brantley is not the best D lineman, but Stream gang is up in here. Voch does not look like Daniel Cormier. Stream gang is up in here. Okay, cool. UFC 210 was a bit it was a bit rough. Hey man, we back like broad straps. Voch Lombardi. What's happening, man? Listen, I dropped this video the other day. Yesterday, I believe. It was out of anger. What up, Dirk? It was matter of fact, let me get my shout outs out the way, man. What I'm doing, man. I must be sick or something. I don't know. I saw my man Drake Holiday earlier, Gilbert, Wyatt, AR-15s, Uncle Stepback. I know Uncle Stepback, long time viewer. You too, Sean Forrester, Mike, Valdemar, Grid, Potato, Steel Jedi. What's happening, man? Uncle Luke, what's good, bro? Mitchell. Joe Cornelius, one of my newest audience members. He follows me on Twitter as well. Salute to you, man. Lieutenant Dan in the building. What's happening, man? Cool ass Drake Holiday. Too cool for school ass Drake Holiday. What's up, man? Joe, what's up? Got my what's ups out the way. I saw Dirk earlier. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Voch, you want Tack in Dallas? I don't know, bro. Whatever happens, we'll see. Listen, y'all. I dropped a video last night or 2 nights ago. I don't really know when I did it. It happened so fast or whatever, but it sparked from me having confidence in my opinion. You know, I'm proud that y'all can come to me for an unfiltered, unwavering opinion. Because when the draft world give you lemons, I don't necessarily want to squeeze them shits in my water and add sugar. You know what I mean? I always want to do my own research first. And Malik McDowell isn't the most marketable guy in the world. Right? Like Jabril Peppers is way more marketable than Malik McDowell. But there's better players, you know? I saw Jalen Tabor on TV the other day. He's not going to be the number 1 corner in this draft. There's going to be a couple guys in front of him, but Jalen is marketable. Okay? So when you look at Solomon looks pretty safe. He's marketable. Lee McDowell ain't that marketable. It's rumors going around about Malik McDowell. He's not a smart young man. He has this problem, this happens, that. And it's affecting his draft stock a bit. And that's cool because draft stock goes up and down. That type of thing happens, right? But when you watch the film, you see the talent there, right? When you watch the film, you see what you're getting from Malik McDowell. In my opinion, Malik McDowell is a top. Matter of fact, hold on. I know I haven't released my top 50 boards yet, but y'all gonna get a preview. 5, 6, 7. Malik McDowell is my number 8 player on my top 50 board. I'll give you the rest of it on another video. So I made this video. First of all, I was just Skyping with my homies. my admins, Alex and JD. I was just Skyping with them. And Malik Mcdowell came up in conversation. They say, you know what? Let's watch some film on Malik McDowell. That's what me and my guys do on Skype. Lieutenant Dan does it as well. We pulled up Malik McDowell on Skype and we was like, ooh, boy, Malik McDowell. Don't get me wrong. Voch Lombardi, I haven't forgotten about Malik McDowell. I want him at 28, but I don't think he's going to make it. But I go to my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk, go search it out. I go to my Facebook group, Lombardi's Draft Talk, and I say, yo, man, Malik McDowell is better than Solomon Thomas. And, oh, man, y'all line me up in front of a firing squad. Voch Lombardi, you crazy. Voch Lombardi, you tripping. You must be smoking. I want some of what Voch Lombardi is smoking. Okay. I'm a very passionate person. I can get pretty angry sometimes. So I got pissed off. I said, fuck, let's just drop the video. Let's just drop the video. Robert, Tyler, Warfan, thanks for joining. Edward, thanks for joining the show with us. So I got pissed off and I dropped the video. I said, you know what, damn it, we gonna take Solomon versus Washington. Washington's a pretty good team. We're gonna take Solomon versus North Carolina. That's where he made his money at, chasing Mitch ass around, right? Let's take Malik McDowell versus who the hell did we get for Malik McDowell? I got him versus Wisconsin, because they said towards the end of the season Malik was lazy. He didn't chase relentlessly. DeQuante Clark, what's happening, brother? They didn't. Festerson, what's up, bro? Drake Holiday, they didn't. They said Malik didn't chase relentlessly in the back half of the season. So I pulled that Wisconsin, him versus Ryan Ramczyk. I also pulled that Notre Dame film, him versus McGlinchey, whatever the kid's name is. He's going to be a first round tackle next year. And I put the video together and I reacted. And I got a hell of a lot of feedback from that video. I got, well, Voch, he hasn't been interviewing well. I'm talking about talent. Yo, Voch, the scout said at the combine he did it. I'm talking about talent. He won't be drafted ahead of Solomon. I'm talking about talent. I'm not Cleo McDowell. I'm not Vostradamus. You know what I'm saying? I can't predict the future. I don't know what team Solomon or Malik will go to. I don't know who's going to be better in the league. I have no idea. But for people to pretend like, oh, off the rip, I got Solomon Thomas way better than Malik McDowell, that's irresponsible. For people to watch the film and see how dominant Malik McDowell can be, and they still say, well, I think he's going to be a bust. He's the next Robert Nkemdiche. What's your facts? Show me your facts. Why do you say he's going to be the next Robert Nkemdiche? Well, the scouts said the same thing about Robert Nkemdiche. You don't predict the future neither, my friend. I look at the tape. You know what I'm saying? And the tape tells me, when you say Malik McDowell can only play 3 tech, he can't play outside, I show you Malik McDowell playing outside with burst. When y'all say Malik McDowell is lazy towards the back end of the season, I show you that late game versus Wisconsin with when Malik McDowell not only beating Ryan Ramczyk, running across the edge, getting back up, chasing down the running back after the play is over. I show you on film. Right? I show you Malik McDowell playing at 3 tech. I show you Malik McDowell playing at 0. But y'all want to call Solomon more versatile. You want to call him faster. You want to call him stronger. Now, y'all can feel free to call into the show if you want to. Let me know what y'all think. That's why I'm here. Call in. Let me know what you feel about Malik or Solomon. Also, if you feel like Jonathan, I think it's clear Jonathan Allen is the number 1 guy. Okay. But one of y'all might feel like Solomon's better than Jonathan, right? I see these mock drafts that have Solomon going before Jonathan. If you have Jonathan as 3 or 2, just whatever your top 3 is, call in and tell me your top 3 while I'm explaining this, okay? I'll get you through. I'll hear your story. What was I saying? Solomon Thomas at defensive end, right? Sure, Solomon Thomas can play defensive end. His ass can play slot receive if you let him. But he's best at 3-tech. I've seen footage of Solomon Thomas at edge looking not very effective. I mean, he can move out there, but I've seen him not very effective. I've seen Solomon Thomas whoop a whole bunch of ass at 3-tech, though. Y'all want to talk about Malik Mcdowell and his versatility? Malik's floor is double team. Like, he's gonna get double team regardless. Either if he's a single block, he's getting chipped by a running back, or he's getting double teamed. I've seen Malik get triple teamed. I showed you on the film. He'll beat the triple team, get back up, chase the ball. But because the media says so, Malik McDowell isn't considered relentless, or he's lazy, or his motor's bad. So listen, I got this call, right? And while I'm on this call, I'm gonna review some of the comments in the chat box, and we just gonna talk about this. We just gonna discuss as gentlemen. And if it comes down to getting the torches and the pitchforks and the assault rifles, in my case being here in Texas, so be it. But damn it, we gonna discuss this. 336, who this?
Hey, what's up? This is not unintentional grounding Daniel, a.k.a. Al Hasseled up in the Facebook group.
Not unintentional grounding Daniel. What's up, bro? What can I do for you today? Talk to me, bro.
You know, I think you have a very solid point on McDowell. I think he's a better football player than Solomon Thomas. But if I'm a GM in the top 15, I'm taking Solomon Thomas. Here's why. I think he has good athletic potential. I don't think he has elite athletic potential like McDowell, but I think he's good enough, and he is reasonably polished for a 3-tech, and also he doesn't have some of the off-the-field concerns. Because I think also, when you talk about lack of effort from McDowell, I'm not sure if that's on the field necessarily, because as you've shown, he has shown considerable effort, especially against double and triple teams. But it might be in the film room, because you've talked about, and I've seen a lot of things where even the Michigan State coaches were like, dude, this guy does not work off the field. So I'm wondering if, part of the problem is he's not putting in the work in the film room, in which case, you've got a floor where he's not in the league in 2 years. Now, you can also look like a genius and draft a Hall of Famer in the second round with Malik Mcdowell. But if I'm in the top 15, I'm taking Solomon Thomas because GMs don't want to lose their job.
And you know what? That's very fair. That's very fair. The safe pick would be Solomon Thomas, right? And I love Solomon Thomas. Granted, do I think he's a bit overrated? Yes, because I see him getting drafted at number 2 to San Francisco. Now, if you want to go Solomon Thomas around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's your business. I think 2 is a hell of a reach for Solomon Thomas, especially since Jonathan Asswhoop Allen is there. I feel you, Dan. Great points you're making, but my only thing, like, this was only about football, though. You know what I mean? And you did acknowledge that, so salute to you for acknowledging that. But this was only about football, and when it comes down to only about football, I think at 290 pounds. Malik McDowell is a better athlete, better football player, better disruption than Solomon Thomas. Let me make this one other point, then I'll bring it back to you. I had some people in my comments on the video, because I'm not Hollywood. I love all y'all, and I read my comments. They said, well, what about those plays where Malik McDowell just gets washed out of the play? Well, when you take double teams, triple teams, and you're powerful in your triple teams, sometimes you lose balance busting up the shift row, getting penetration like that, right? But every time you get penetration, somebody on your defense runs free. If you're beating up on a 2-tech or a 3-tech, if you're beating up on 2 or 3 blockers, somebody on defense gets to run free, right? So Malik may not have these big numbers, but what he's doing is affecting the rest of the team. Michigan State just happened to be garbage this year. Also, my man Alex made the point, every time you use a tight end or a running back to chip Malik, that's one less route you get to run on your offense. Go ahead and make your point, Dan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I absolutely think that Malik McDowell has Hall of Fame potential. which Solomon Thomas doesn't have. I think Solomon Thomas is absolute ceiling if everything goes right and he's in a good scenario is maybe one All-Pro appearance. But even that, I mean, that's a stretch. He is a great athlete, but he's not Malik McDowell. I mean, Malik McDowell can affect the team in great ways, but also, you have to look at some of the off-the-field parts that, that's why he's not seeing him in the top 15 because, like, he can also, based on what I've seen, he could potentially be that locker room cancer. And while that isn't necessarily something that we as fans can see, it certainly has an effect on things.
I feel you, man. Charles Haley got 5 rings, and he was a maniac, too. Non-intentional grounding, Daniel. Thanks for calling, bro. Appreciate you.
Yep, thanks.
Let's see. We got more calls. Let's just jump into the call. I saw a comment. Yes, Malik McDowell can play 3-4 defensive end. He can play 4-3 defensive end. He can play 3-tech, 1-tech, and a 4-3. I think he'll be limited to 3-tech and 5-tech. In my opinion, 5-tech is a defensive end and a 4-3. A 4-tech is a defensive end and a 3-4. That's just how I look at it. He can play 3-tech, 4-tech, and 5-tech in the respective schemes. That's just me. I think Solomon Thomas is best at 3-tech and a 4-3. He could possibly be a 3-4 defensive end. That's just how I'm looking at it, right? That's just me. Let's get back into these phones. 253, who this?
Hey, what's up, Voch? This is Jet.
What's up, Jet?
All the way up from the Pacific Northwest. All right.
Salute to the Pacific Northwest calling into the show. We lit.
Shout out. Hey. Anyways, okay. This is what I got. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you say give me top 3. Number 1, I got Jonathan Aswell Allen, of course.
Absolutely.
Then number 2, Malik McDowell, and then number 3, Solomon Thomas. And this is what I think. Like, okay, so Jonathan Allen, obviously, people they say oh, his shoulder and and his reps at the bench press at the combine and stuff. But just the tape, he's a motherfucker. And then Malik McDowell, he's an absolute freak of nature. In my opinion, he's almost as much as a freak as Myles Garrett. Now that's a stretch, but still, how he's just a freak, and he can play anywhere on the line. Mm-hmm. And Solomon Thomas, I believe he's really good too. He reminds me of Aaron Donald, but I just don't see him playing along the line as much as Malik McDowell does. And those are just my thoughts on it. And I think you're right about the whole stretch about him going number 2 because I don't see Solomon Thomas going number 2 when you have Jonathan Allen on the board. But obviously everybody's all concerned about everything else about Jonathan Allen.
Man, arthritis normally hits old people really bad, right? If y'all if y'all think about football injuries in general, there's a difference between playing hurt and playing injured, right? You can play with arthritis and just be hurt, but it won't be to a point to where his shoulders don't work until he's 40. Right? You can play with arthritis shoulders just like you can play with a tweaked ankle or you can play with jammed fingers, right? His arthritis it's not gonna deter him crazy. Plus, whatever little arthritis he got, he been whooping ass with it this long. So don't run away from Jonathan Allen's shoulder arthritis problems. He's 22 years old. He's not going to have that problem until he's 34. That's 12 good years in the league. What else you got for me, Jet?
I got nothing else for you, Voch. Hey, I appreciate the call, and I appreciate everything you're doing, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I'm logging you into the phone log, so next time you call in, it's going to say Jet from Pacific Northwest. That rhymes. I'm gonna pull you right in, bro. Thanks for calling, man.
Hey, awesome. Thanks, Voch.
Mm-hmm. I saw a comment. Hey, man, if y'all watching this now and you haven't watched my video, I encourage y'all to go watch the video because I saw a comment say, well, Malik does. It's right here. Sosa Iverson, right? Malik doesn't even have effort. Go watch the video, bro. Go watch the video. I'm not lying to y'all. It's on tape. That's the best thing about my channel. I love this about my channel. When y'all listen to Mel Kiper, okay? Y'all listen to Ty McShay, you taking their word for it. You taking their word for it. I show the work. I put it on film. Sosa, call in, bro. You a Michigan State fan? Call in. Let me know what you think. Call in and let me know what you think. On this point saying Malik has no pass rush moves, I've seen Malik hit a hell of a swim, a hell of a rip, a hell of a spin move. I've seen Malik have pass rush moves. He may not be the most polished. He may not be able to chain them together, but that's what you get coaching for. Right? That's what you get coaching for. Hey, they're not gonna tell you this on TV. This Voch Lombardi telling y'all this right now. They ain't gonna tell you this on TV, but Solomon Thomas is at his ceiling right now. I think this is as good as Solomon Thomas gonna get, and that's just my opinion. Malik McDowell still got room to grow, man. Y'all just take that into consideration and just think about that for a minute. Never forget about Lil Bruh and them. Let's get back into these phones. Lil Bruh and them. 918, who this?
Hey, man, this is Michael Henry from Tulsa.
Mike Henry, what's happening, man?
Hey, man, I'm just listening live to the broadcast. This is my first time checking it out. I really enjoyed
salute to you, bro.
Videos.
Salute to you, bro.
Hey.
Which video brought you into the family? Shall I say?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge Tennessee Titans fan.
Mm-hmm.
So when you did the Derrick Henry video, it was probably around that draft time, and it was kind of pulling me in. Alabama's a pretty exciting football team to watch.
Mm-hmm. So we got a veteran here. We got a veteran on the phone. That's what I'm talking about. What you got for the show, bro?
Okay, so to answer your first point, you said what are your top three defensive ends of the three? Thomas, Allen, and McDowell. And before I really want to go into it, the one thing that really stood out about me is I've always loved statistics and numbers. I'm a finance major at ORU. And one thing that kind of concerned me about Malik was his numbers weren't on par with that of Jonathan Allen and Solomon Thomas. So naturally it gave me some pause for concern, and you can get the assumption that, the effort might be lacking and maybe he's not developed as some of these other guys are. But I watched the Malik McDowell video, the first one, and my brother really liked Malik. I talk football with my brother about 5 days a week, a couple hours a day, so we really like football. And the one interesting thing I found out when watching his tape is he's really explosive.
Right.
More so than I had imagined. And I was thinking he would come in about 275, 280. And I'm pretty sure when I watched your first one, you thought he was around that weight, around 280, around that weight right there in that video. But when you did the second one, the combine had already happened. And the crazy thing is I actually saw a measurement comparison. And I'm going to put an asterisk beside this. But his 40 time and his height weight is very similar to an all-pro NFL player that we all know as J.J. Watt. Now, I'm not going to say that he is J.J. Watt.
Talk that shit. Make it nasty. Bring the fire. That's what I'm talking about. Keep talking. Go ahead.
Come on, man. Let's do this.
Let's go.
So this boy is 6'6", 295 pounds. And you had one caller came in and said he's not that athletic. The man runs a 4.85 40-yard dash.
Damn. Talk to him.
J.J. Watt is 6'5", 290 pounds, and ran a 4.8 40.
Damn.
So we're talking the same measurables as the greatest 3-4 defensive end that I've ever seen in my entire life in the NFL.
Damn. Hold on, time out. Let me just cut you off real fast. Free money 345 in the comments right now. I'll highlight you so I can see you in the video, so everybody can see this comment in the video right now. He says go on Brett Coleman's channel. He watches coaches tape. He has worked for the NFL Network. He clearly states that Malik only has one pass rush move. Well, this is Voch Lombardi that works for YouTube and his damn self. Okay, I've shown you Malik's spin move. I've shown you the swim. I've shown you the rip. I've shown you his deadly bull rush. That's four. He can't chain them together well, okay? He may not be able to chain his moves together. He's not as polished, right? He's moved up and down the defensive line. Let's give him a minute, okay? But I love Brett Coleman. Salute to Brett Coleman. I watch every one of Brett Coleman's videos. Brett Coleman follows me on Twitter. I follow him back. Brett Coleman is in my Facebook group. But bro, I refuse to limit my opinion based just on what somebody else says. I don't care what he do for a living. If Bill Belichick says Malik McDowell got one move and I'm watching the film, look, he may have a coach's film, but I got the film too. He got a different angle, but I can see him too. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick can say Malik McDowell only got one move, but if I'm showing you that spin move he pulled on Ramczyk, I'm showing you the rip move when he bent that corner on McGlinchey. I'm showing you the bull rush transitioning to the swim that he moves. I don't care where you work for. I did the homework. When you in math class and you just show up with the answer, you don't pass you don't pass the test. You got to show your work. I show your work, dog. I'm showing it. Free money. Thanks for being here, bro. I ain't coming at you right now. I'm just passionate. You know what I mean? I'm not yelling. I'm just passionate. Free money. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, bro. I thank you for your comment. But I've seen it. And you can go to my video. It's on there. Go ahead, bro. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, okay. So just back to the ranking real quick. I appreciate that comment. Your passion for what you do.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Really inspiring for what I'm called to do myself, man. That's awesome. I can tell you're called to do it, man. So keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up the great work, man. So top three. 1 is Allen. 2 is McDowell. 3 is Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And in closing, I would say that Jonathan Allen's the kind of guy that his athleticism shows up on tape, but it doesn't show up in the combine setting.
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of those, it doesn't matter that he doesn't look athletic when it comes to a combine because he's going to dominate on the football field. McDowell, if he continues to develop as a player, I think he has, like you were saying, top 10 talent, and he can be one of the best players in this draft. Athleticism typically predicates how successful you are in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Typically, if you're not very athletic, it's very hard to be successful at that level. And 3, it's very interesting that you said that Solomon Thomas is maxed out as a player. Before I leave here, I had another question, but I just want to leave with this one. What leads you to think that he's already maxed out, even though he's like only a 21-year-old player? So that's kind of an interesting perspective.
Well, when I look at Solomon Thomas, you can see him chaining his moves together well, right? When you see Solomon Thomas come off the football, he does engage, extend, find the football, and he chases it, right? Like that's polished to me. Solomon Thomas is a polished player. So when you see him, you see polish. It ain't gonna get no better than what he is right now. When you see Malik play, you see him whooping people, right? Think of it like this, right? Like it's you're looking for the positive result. Okay, think of it like a UFC, right? UFC 210 came on last night, right? Some people win with stand up, some people win with wrestling, grappling, some people win with submissions, right? How I'm looking at this, Solomon wins with his technique, with his polish, with his burst. Malik wins with straight ass whoop, but they both win, right? You can teach Malik, how to be more technical. If he keeps playing, he will be more polished. He kind of has this balance issue. When he gets used to playing better, he'll work all that out. You can't really teach Solomon how to whoop more ass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's my point.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, thanks for calling in, bro. Tell me your name one more time, man, so I can log you into this phone book here. What's your name again, bro?
My name is Michael Henry.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. You came in with a hell of a point, man. With the numbers and the JJ Watt take. So appreciate you, bro. But I'm about to go to the next call, though. Okay.
Thanks, sir. Have a great night.
Appreciate you, man. I'm not yelling, y'all. I'm not yelling. Would I take Leonard Fournette or Solomon Thomas at 4? I take Leonard Fournette. I think he's the better player. That's just me. Yeah, man, Rumble loss pissed me off too. We gonna get right back into the phone. This number looks familiar. 9. Is this is either Will or Nick Martin? Who this?
It's Nick Martin.
Nick Martin, what's happening, man? Look, let me tell y'all something, dog. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can't call me Hollywood. I'm starting to know y'all number by heart, bro. Nick, what's good, man? What you got for the show, man?
I a lot of what I've watched, I agree that Malik McDowell is a better player. And first off, I just want to say what you said in that last call about, just because one person says something, you shouldn't agree with it. Mm-hmm. That's a lot how I feel about specific prospects in this draft. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that you said that, because you know what? Just because one person says something doesn't mean that everybody else sees it the same.
Absolutely.
You got to go with what you see.
Absolutely. And even when y'all watching me, I still encourage y'all to go do research on your own. Don't let my word be bond. I'm just giving you my perspective. Appreciate it, Nick. Go ahead.
All right. Well, this was actually early when I watched Malik McDowell. When I was watching him during, like, when the NFL season was still going on, I saw him playing, like, as a 7-tech, 3-tech, 1-tech. Like, he was playing all over the line. And I kept thinking to myself, the only guy who I've ever seen that big and had that kind of, like, position flexibility was your Cowboys, David Irving.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched David Irving, and I was unbelievably impressed and cannot believe someone that big can actually turn the corner around the edge. And that's how I felt about Malik McDowell.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely agree. He takes on what really impresses me though is for someone so tall, he comes off the ball low. The way you preach it, and that's huge because pad level is so important when it comes to the battle in the trenches.
Absolutely.
Solomon Thomas is an excellent player in my opinion.
I agree.
The whole question with Malik McDowell is just, it's just the off-field stuff because, there was points where I think he was quoted, like, this is like a paraphrase, but I believe he was like, he talked about how when, like, they tried to coach him, but then they just adjusted to him.
Right.
That's not really going to fly in the NFL because they want to teach the guy. And I think a lot of times I don't think his effort is as big of a concern because Michigan State was terrible last year.
I agree.
He's not used to playing on that bad of a team, and you could probably tell that he was just like, all right, if we aren't going anywhere, and I've put out this much film, people can judge it for themselves.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And back to Solomon Thomas, I think he's a very good player because, like, when I watch him, I actually think I see a guy who could be utilized the same way as Trey Flowers is, except he's a much bigger, more athletic version of him. Mm-hmm. I think you can play him on the edge on rundowns, but when it comes to the passing downs, you put him lined up a 3-tech against the guard. That guard's going to be he's not going to know what to do because he's not going to be able to deal with that quickness and just that overall ability. And you mentioned his ability to string moves together, and then you got to mention the first step quickness.
I agree. First and foremost, let me just say this though, right? Let me just disclaimer. I do feel like all of these guys can play defensive end. All these guys can play 3-tech. It's just that I feel like Jonathan Allen would be like his optimal position is 3-tech. Solomon Thomas, optimal 3-tech. And I feel like both those guys would fall off a little bit at defensive end. I feel like Malik McDowell can play 3-tech and defensive end and not lose a step. That's rare. Go ahead, bro. Finish what you were saying.
I mean, I've kind of finished what I've had to say, but
okay.
If I had to say who was better right now, it's definitely Malik McDowell.
Right.
If Malik McDowell reaches his full potential, let's put it this way, that's an all-pro potential. Solomon Thomas has definitely got Pro Bowl potential. I think both are excellent prospects. It's just that you got to deal with risk versus reward. That's how you got to balance it out. And that's why he might be lower on some boards than he will be on other boards because some team is going to have, they're gonna have the kind of coaching staff and the team to say, hey, we're gonna make you into something great, and you're gonna listen to the veterans that have been around here for a long time and this culture that we've built.
So you saying Malik McDowell can be a Hall of Famer and Solomon Thomas can go play dodgeball, right? Like if everybody pans out, to their full potential, Malik is a Hall of Famer and Solomon plays dodgeball. That what you're saying?
I'm not going to say dodgeball. Jonathan Thomas.
Well,
but
the dodgeball Pro Bowl stuff is what I'm saying. Right.
dodgeball, Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I think he could definitely have a very, very good career, and he would definitely be looked upon as a very good pick at the time. Malik McDowell, it just all depends. Reaches that potential. I think he can.
Well, Nick Martin, I appreciate you for calling in, bro. You know you always come in with some of the best points. You always do your homework and your analysis behind the steel curtain, man. Go check them out. I'm hanging up on you though because we got a new caller, man, and you've been in here for a good little minute. Hey, come check out. What I say? Come check out. I was reading this note. I was trying to make a point, but I was reading this note on my note sheet in front of me. Pardon me. Forget what I just said. Call in. Everything you need is in the description. The number, the access code, all that. 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. Call in. Come talk to me, man. Man, let me jump in this comment box for a real quick second before I get to this next call. I did see somebody ask me. I think I saw somebody ask me that I like Joe Mixon better than Fournette. Hey, man, I'm still going back and forth, man. Position rank video on the way. By the way, Voch, I'm bearing down. Okay, I know you, man. I know you. Shouts out to you, bro. Shouts out to you. Okay, I'm familiar. Drake Holiday, I actually saw a comment where I was on the phone. Drake said I wouldn't play Malik at nose. I wouldn't play him there neither, but he can if you need him to. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't do it though. I wouldn't do it. Like the only time I would play Malik at nose is if like if he goes to the Raiders and they're in some pass rush package and it's 3D linemen on the field, and you got you got Alden and Mac out there already, then put Malik at nose and just see what happens. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by Malik can play nose. Let's see. What up, Kev? What's happening, man? Jeffrey, what up, man? Remember Jeffrey? Lee, what up, Doc? I remember. Corey, what up, Doc? Hey, Voch, I showed you breakdown to multiple friends and they really like it. Much love. Salute to you, Ben. Appreciate you. Malik isn't coachable. He's a crybaby. Mike, Michael. Hey, man, you're a long time listener to the show. You tune in a bunch. But I need to know when you were a part of Michigan State's coaching staff, man. I just how you know he's not coachable, man. When did you see this man crying, bro? Gian Boxing from Brazil. What's happening, brother? Austin Medina, what's happening, man? Naphead Ed, what's happening, man? You broke it down on Joe Mixon. He's easily the best back in the draft. I'm chilling out, man. I'm chilling out. Also, just to let y'all know before I pick up this next phone call, there will not be film tonight. Sorry, guys. There will not be film tonight. This was an impromptu idea. The reason there won't be any film tonight because I have those days scheduled out already. I mean, I have my next few film sessions that I plan on dropping. I'm going to drop those on particular dates because I've been working on some stuff, dog. Hey, when I tell y'all I've been plotting on y'all, okay? As far as the draft goes, there will be a pre-show and there will be a draft show, a post-draft show, pre-draft show and a post-draft show, and I will be recording my reactions and I will get those reaction videos out promptly, just reacting to a pics or whatever. I need y'all to be on time for those. Jonathan from Ireland, what's happening, man? In the comments, what's good? David Rockoff, I'm just looking at your profile pic. You look important, man. Who you work for? who you work for, man? Let me get back to the phone, man. We got 562. Who this?
Hey, this is Sam Pena.
Sam Pena, what's good, bro? What you got for the show?
Hey, so here's the question that I have today. I agree with you that Malik McDowell is better than Solomon Thomas. I still like Solomon Thomas too, but if I had to choose, I'd choose Malik. Mm-hmm. And I also think that Aswell Allen is obviously the best of all of them.
Okay.
So if you're sitting at number 2 and 3 right now, so that's San Francisco and Chicago, mm-hmm. Those two have been mocked a lot with Thomas and Jonathan Allen, mm-hmm. and those two both need a good, solid defensive lineman. And they've both been talking to those players a lot. But if you're sitting there, and let's say you're having to choose between Thomas or Malik. Now, I agree with you that Allen is the best of all of them, but let's just say it's Thomas or Malik. Even though Malik may be the better player, just better pure athlete, better potential, I mean, he dominates everybody. That Notre Dame game was amazing. That was against McGlinchey, who is the best tackle probably next year.
McGlinchey.
But,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yep. But here's the thing. We do know for a fact that Malik has attitude problems. But his talent alone, do you think his talent alone would make him worthy of the number 2 or 3 overall pick?
No, because if you do your due diligence on Malik McDowell and you really and you really have a problem with how he interviews, you have this issue with his intelligence, I guess, or if you don't think he's coachable, I wouldn't take him. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, I wouldn't take him. I would go with the safer player, and that'll be Solomon. But the only reason this is even a thing is because I was like, yo, I think Malik is a better player. That's all I said. I ain't talking about off the field stuff. I ain't talking about interviews. We ain't talking about coachable. We ain't talking about draft position. We ain't talking about the top 50 big board. We're talking about who's the better player. And people brought all those things that I said I'm not talking about. And it pissed me off. It pissed me off a little bit. I'm only talking about the player. I think Malik McDowell is the better player. That's all I'm saying. But I would I would draft Solomon before Malik. I would draft neither of them at 2. That's just my opinion.
Really? You draft Solomon before Malik?
I would draft Solomon before. Look, if you do your due diligence.
Wow.
Okay, let me say this. If I'm in charge, if I'm the GM, if I'm turning in the card, I go get Malik McDowell, assuming I have faith in my coaches and the leaders on my football team to keep him on track, right? Like when Michigan State was winning, we had no problems out of Malik McDowell. But when Michigan State loses, he says, F this. And, I get it. I get it. Why would I ruin my draft stock by busting my knees open if y'all gonna play like garbage? You know what I mean? So I can.
Yeah, but what if he goes to a team and that team doesn't start to do well? Will he do the same thing in the NFL as well? That's the problem then if he starts doing.
Then you just gotta take that into consideration and do your due diligence. You know what I mean? To be fair, Charles Haley was just like that. Charles Haley was a maniac just like that. Charles Haley didn't like to lose just like that, but he played with the 49ers and the Cowboys and got 5 rings. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just placement, placing the right guy. Let me make this point since you said it. I know I got a lot of 49ers and Bears supporters. I don't say fans because I fuck with y'all. We all the same thing. I got supporters. I got a lot of 49ers and Bears supporters. And my whole thing is, if you're number 2 to San Francisco and you pick Marcus Lattimore, that's fine. If you have a problem with picking a defensive tackle and you want to go Marcus Lattimore, you want to go Leonard Fournette, you want to go Mitch Trubisky, that's fine. My problem is if you want to take Jonathan Allen at 2, that's fine. My problem is when you take Solomon over Jonathan. That's my problem. When you take Solomon Thomas at number 2 over Jonathan Allen, at that point you're saying, I want to take a defensive tackle. I want to take a defensive lineman at number 2, and you don't take the best one because that implies that you think Solomon Thomas is for some reason better than Jonathan Allen. That's my only problem.
Yeah, I love Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen, I think, is the number 3 player on my board behind Garrett and Jamal Adams. But since you said that, if I could have one more question, I just want to know, how high do you think Jonathan Allen, do you think Jonathan Allen's ceiling is higher than Malik McDowell's?
No, Jonathan Allen is a beast right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Jonathan Allen is a combination of what Malik and Solomon are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jonathan Allen is as good as he's gonna get. He may get a little better, but he's damn good right now. He might get a little better. He's not raw at all. Like, he's a technical genius.
Yes, sir.
Somebody asked me how I feel about Andrew Parrish asked me who do I think in college is better? Mario Williams, Jonathan Allen, Malik McDowell, Solomon Thomas. I love Jonathan Allen from a technical standpoint. But Malik McDowell doesn't know how to put it together like John can. You see what I'm saying? So when you teach Malik how to do it, Malik can be scary, bro. Malik could be scary. Yeah. If you watch my video, y'all saw that dude standing up. Y'all saw Malik rushing from linebacker at 290 pounds. Don't play with me, bro. don't play with me, bro.
He beat up Ramczyk around the edge.
Beat the hell out of Ramczyk and Mugli. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. What else you got for the show, bro? I got some other callers I want to get to.
You know what? You can get to the other callers. I'm good. Thanks, Voch.
Sam Pena, thank you so much. I'll be looking for you in the chat box, bro. Let's see. What else we got? Cam Newton is a crybaby. So is Tom Brady. Richard Sherman is too. I'll take a crybaby if you good. Rex, you get highlighted for that. Oh shit, Rex, boy, chat box. Rex Smith in the chat box. You just dropped the jewel, boy. Look at that. Boy, say Malik a crybaby. Hey, if you good, cry. Just be good. just be good. Steelers. Like, can I see Malik McDowell playing the Steelers? Yeah, I can see Malik McDowell playing anywhere. Anywhere. Let me get to this phone call because I don't want them to leave. 252, who this?
This is David.
David, what's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Not much, man. Long-time Cincinnati Bengals fan since 1968.
So,
and
damn,
man,
68.
My boys got me sort of like confused.
Talk to me. What you got?
I'm curious, man. I saw that you had Corey Davis slotted for them in your mock, and everybody's thinking, we're going to go defensive end. And I keep hearing this name, Derek Barnett, and I watched your breakdown of Barnett, and I got to say, man, I just wasn't really that impressed.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see how he's not, I don't see how he's, some of these guys, either later in the first or early second round aren't just as good as Barnett.
Okay, that's fine. I take everybody's opinion into some sort of consideration. I don't have to agree with you, but I do acknowledge it. There are a bunch of defensive ends this draft you can get. Like, you can go get Jordan Willis, Terrell Basham. You can go get Dietrich Wise, Joe Mathis. It's a lot of routes you can go. Why don't you like Derek Barnett? That ain't my business. I may ask you in 30 seconds why not.
No. I'm serious. I think that, first of all, I think he's a little undersized to play, in a 4-3 defense like we got.
And that's very fair. Go ahead.
I look at somebody like Tariq Basham?
Terrell Basham.
That dude's a horse.
Terrell Basham from Ohio. Let me tell y'all something about Terrell Basham, bro. Y'all can sit up here with this Taco Charlton nonsense if you want to. Y'all talking this Terrell Basham is a 4th-round pick player if you want to. He played for Ohio. But if you cut on Terrell Basham versus Tennessee, and watch that man chase Josh Dobbs all day. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would love to take him in the second round. I mean, I'd love to see the Bengals take Fournette in the first to finally resolve our. I know we got offensive line problems, but to get a running back, because I just don't. If Jonathan Allen's there, then the story's over. If Jonathan Allen drops to 9, shut up.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, I would take Fournette if he's there, and then go for Basham in the second round. I think he's definitely worth a second round pick.
Sure enough.
I'm glad to hear you're high on Basham too.
Love Terrell Basham. He just might get a video before the 27th. We'll cross that road when we get there. What else you got for the show? That's all?
Not much, man. Just I want to tell you that I'm also a longtime member of the Cincinnati Bengals message boards, and I turned all those guys on to you, man.
Hey, man, thank you so much.
I could send you a link if you want to see the number of times that people, talk about Voch Lombardi's, take on this player or that player. Load them up.
Hey, man, send me a link on my Twitter, on my Facebook, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Thank you for your service. You're great. Love you.
Damn, salute to you, man. I appreciate y'all. I do it for y'all, man. I saw somebody have a comment about Derek Rivers in the chat box. I need to watch Derek Rivers again. When I watched him the first time, I was watching defensive ends in bunches, right? Like it was actually those three guys. Like I watched Terrell Basham whoop ass. Then I watched Jordan Willis whoop ass. He whooped West Virginia's ass in particular, Jordan Willis. Then I cut on Derek Rivers versus West Virginia just to kind of get an idea or whatever. And Derek Rivers didn't really do that well against West Virginia. Then I got mad. Then I cut on some other Derek Rivers film, and he looked way better against the small time players than he did versus West Virginia. So I need to go back and do a little more research on Derek Rivers before I pass judgment on him. But shit, he ain't top 10. He ain't top 10. Voch, what you think? There you go. Right on time. Just gave my opinion. I don't think Tyus Bauer is an edge guy. Tyus is he's a linebacker to me. Kind of like you look at TJ Watt. Like I don't look at TJ Watt as an edge rusher. He's a linebacker. So you can look at Basham in that way as well. But they both blitz well. I think it's a difference between guys that get sacks from blitzes and sacks from rushes. I think Bowser and TJ both get sacks from blitzes. They're relentless blitzers. I would like to see them rush a bit more. That's why I wish Combine had one-on-one sessions, so we can see things like this. But it is what it is. Rivers is not as good as Willis or Basham. Cool. I gave my opinion on Bowser. Cool. Gave my opinion on Bowser. Have you watched Anthony Walker? Walker's cool. Go watch Dietrich Wise from Arkansas if y'all want another smaller name edge rusher or whatever. McKinley is the best edge. Big Pen, what's up, bro?
What's up?
I told you I was gonna have you. I told you I was gonna have you in line. I was gonna set that name for you, boy. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Basically, what I called in to say is, I feel McDowell has the most potential out of the three.
Uh-huh.
I feel he's similar to Ziggy Ansah or a Carlos Dunlap.
Okay.
Where if you get him right, he could be a prolific pass rusher.
100%.
But when you look at Jonathan Allen, Solomon Thomas, they're more polished at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Jonathan Allen. He's the most ready out of both of them in pass rushing and I feel in run stopping easily.
Absolutely.
But you look at Solomon Thomas, he just got so much great technique because of Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford always going to have a great technical. Their technique always going to be A1 if you look at their pass prospects.
Right.
And I've been hearing these ludicrous comparisons to Aaron Donald. I feel like that's a little bit overrated because of the combine. What you think, Voch?
Man, you ain't told a lie yet. You ain't lied to me yet. That Solomon Thomas versus Aaron Donald, I think is a bit. I think it's a bit lazy, man. Aaron's different.
I think they're looking at the combine numbers. They're saying 4.69, 4.68.
All right, that's
and
exactly.
Saying, he's fast. He's faster in the cone drills.
Right.
He's just a little bit weaker with five less reps.
If that's the case, why the hell doesn't Aaron Donald play defensive end? If that's the case, I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all.
And then we look at Jonathan Allen, who I feel is the most complete. I feel like when we look at these three, Jonathan Allen's going to be the person. If I draft him, his flow is so high that he's going to be a solid starter for at least eight years. I think 8 years, 8 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Solomon Thomas, he's going to be a solid starter. Malik Mcdowell, he got a low floor, but it's still very high.
Through the roof.
Like he's got very high. He could play so many different techniques. He could fit a lot of different schemes, 3-4, 4-3, and he has to get more passing moves though. Because I watched a video of Brett Kellerman, and he exposed him. He only had 2 pass moves. Basically, he let the lineman set up, put his hands out, swipe the hands, and go.
He got 4, but I'm gonna leave y'all alone. He hit it was versus Wisconsin. No, it was against Notre Dame. It was the last play of the film I showed on my video. Hit that boy with a nasty spin move, but it wasn't one of those Taco Charlton spin moves, right? Like he used his outside hand, leverage, and he hit him with the elbow pop on the back end of the spin move. I want y'all to go see that. If y'all forgot, just in case,
we got to see more of that.
I agree. I totally agree. We need to see it more consistent.
We consistently see the bull rush or the swipe of the hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the consistent two moves he does the most.
You want to
if he get those moves where he can do them consistently, or he just shows the moves, he got to get more variety. I say he probably has them, but he just doesn't do it as often. He might be trying to set you up, but he might forget about it during the game because you're playing football, you'll forget you're trying to set a person up with a move later in the game.
I have a theory, and what we saying about Malik McDowell? Hey, get y'all notepads ready. Go ahead and get record ready. Go ahead and get everything ready. I'm about to say something crazy to y'all. Just listen. Off the field aside, right? I'm taking away off the field. How we talk about Malik McDowell is the exact same thing the exact same way we talk about Myles Garrett. It's just take away the off the field issues, right? Take away all that. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. This huge body, this freak athleticism, being able to take over a game by himself, and the lack of polish, being able to string moves together, but being that type of talent though. We talk about Myles Garrett the same way. I'm not comparing the players, but we talk about him the same way. Boy, if you get Myles Garrett with the right defensive end coach, boy, he'll have that in no time. And what made me think that though, because I said this about Myles Garrett one time, and I was just about to say it to you. Malik McDowell probably doesn't have a bunch of moves because he used to whooping people's ass in one way.
That's true.
If I can whoop you in one way, I mean, I probably don't have, I probably ain't got a lot of, why would I learn a spin move when I could just slap the shit out of you and you fall? You know what I mean? I'm not calling him the same player, but you can talk about him in the same light. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
I think that the effort thing with Malik McDowell, I mean, you look at a player that's on a losing team, and that could hurt you. I played football before I'm in college playing, and that could hurt you as a player taking losing and knowing that if Malik McDowell's in this situation, if he doesn't dominate, that defense is going to get shredded. You in college playing right now?
Yeah, University of Louisiana Monroe.
Man, don't make me pull the film on you, dog. Don't make me. Hold on. Let me.
Red shirt freshman. I'm just a red shirt freshman.
I'll pull a sticky note and go find you, bro. Don't play with me, dog. We'll cross that road later, man. In 2 years, I'll do some film on you. Just hang in there. We'll cross that road later. What else you got for the show, man?
I think another thing with I was about to say, what was I going into? An underrated player. I like Jordan Willis as defensive end.
Love Jordan Willis.
And you might agree with me, disagree with me on this one. I don't like Tack as much as people like him.
Let me say this, bro. And the more the process goes on, the more you just think a little bit, right? When you watch guys like Terrell Basham, when you watch Jordan Willis, when you watch Dietrich Wise, you watch Deshaun Hall, Joe Mathis, you see things in them, right? When you watch Tack McKinley sometimes, bro, yes, he can. Yes, he's a freak athlete, dog. But the thought of Tack McKinley, somebody hit me up. They said, "Voch, man, how you feel about Tack McKinley at 28?" At first, I was all on board for it, but now I'm like, it might be some guys better than Tack, though, man. So I feel you on that.
And you want to know my comparison for Tack? You might disagree with this.
Go ahead.
Ben Carvey's Mingo, LSU. Undersized, underweight. Tends to use his speed in college to get past the defenders, but in the NFL, it might worry you that he can't translate that and learn moves. That's my comparison for him. What you think?
Damn. You can have that opinion. I can't have that opinion without doing research first. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I put on the airway, y'all gonna hold me to it. But damn, that's interesting, bro. That's interesting.
Look into it. Let me next live. I'll call back and I'll ask you what you think of that comparison.
I'll let you know. We'll cross that road when we, get there. But I'm gonna get this other call on the line. Appreciate it, Pen.
All right, man.
Great call. Great call from a man, Big Pen. I saw somebody just completely neglect what the hell I was saying. Hold on. Where that comment? I'm about to highlight the hell out of this comment. Well, where was that? Where? Hold up. Time out. Wait a minute. Because it upset me when I saw it, but I was busy. Wait a minute. Please, I hope I find this comment, man. It was like, well, Myles Garrett and Malik McDowell's athleticism is galaxies apart. Okay, cool. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about relatively. We talk about them the same way. I'm not okay, Kevin. Come on, Kev. Kev, I thought we was better than that, man. Come on, Kev. I'm not comparing players. I'm not comparing skill sets. Nothing like that. I'm just saying we talk about them in the same way. Two unpolished super athletes. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. I agree, Dan. That was a great call, man. Daniel Broderick. That was a great call. Let me Hey, 559. Who this?
This is Victor.
Victor, what's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Hey, I wanted to give some context for people doubting Malik McDowell, saying he's lazy. I wanted to give some recent history. In 2015, do you know who Mario Edwards Jr. is?
Mm-hmm. Florida State.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had the same exact problem. People saying he was lazy, he lost weight just for the combine. He had like a down year, I think, right?
Mario ain't good as Malik, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, exactly, but the thing is, I don't know if you followed a little bit of how his rookie year went. I think he hurt his neck. He was out last year.
Mm-hmm.
He did pretty good. He had like 2.5 sacks. He only played 14 games, 2.5 sacks, 43 tackles combined. And he was in 2016. Bucky Brooks, right? The analyst.
Right.
He had him projected as the breakout candidate of 2016 before he broke his neck.
Yeah. Okay.
And he did show up for the playoffs for the Raiders in Houston. He was rusty, but he showed, what he could do. He just destroyed the center on a couple snaps there, just put him on his back. And, it's very similar to McDowell. People doubting McDowell saying, he doesn't, he's lazy, but these guys, when they get to the NFL, they're more motivated,
Right, sure.
There's a lot on the line. They could be replaced at any moment. So,
yeah, I feel you. Go ahead.
I think McDowell's going to be just fine. I mean, he's a passionate player. He's emotional, a lot of ups and downs. You can see it on the film, But, hey, it worked for Mario Edwards Jr., and he's probably, he's not as good as Malik McDowell, but,
Okay.
There's just a recent example.
I got you, Vic. Appreciate you, man. You made me a little sleepy, man. Go take you a nap, dog. Thanks for the call, man. Look at that Sean Forrest say he putting me to sleep. Lisa, he sound like he pouring jelly on himself. Come on, man. Chill out. Chill out. Leave my mans alone, dog. Hey, man, the phone line's open, bro. It's wide open. Let me see how long I've been going. Let me check these numbers. 135 watching. Salute to y'all. And we at 1 hour and 5 minutes in. I'm gonna run this for about 15 more minutes. All right, we're gonna run this 15 more minutes. We're gonna take the last few calls and we're gonna get out of here. So when I'm at 1 hour and cool, we're gonna do this 15 more minutes. Look, this was gonna happen in 15 minutes, okay? I'm going to shut this stream down and I'm going to let it marinate for about 5 minutes or so. And I'm going to reopen the stream, okay? Because now I just wanted to talk about Jonathan and Solomon and Malik. That's all I wanted to do. I'm going to cut this off and cut the new one back on. My bro said he fresh. He has a mock draft that he worked on. And I just want to see if y'all gonna hate on his mock draft like y'all hate on my mock draft because y'all like mock drafts. All right. So with that being said, I do have a studio. I'm in my studio right now. Voch blocked this. Jeffrey, what's going on, man? Jeffrey, what Jeffrey, I don't want to have to come in here and come on, Jeff. Calm down, bro. We good. Whatever's going on, Jeff, calm down. Let me see. Well, shucks, I just had a call, so I guess I ain't got a call no more. Do I see Khalil Mack when I see Tack McKinley? Hell no. Hell no, cut that out. Until we get a new caller, like we just got. Saw somebody ask me about my top 5 corners. I feel like if I told you, you wouldn't watch the video. So, matter of fact, chat box real fast. The first person that gives me this number, we're gonna do it like this. Y'all pick a number between 1 and 15. And I'm gonna take the first number I see. Give me a number from 1 to 15. Whoever does it first, we're gonna see. Who trolling? Pena. Sam Pena say 1. That's funny. My number 1 corner is Marshawn Lattimore. You probably should have gave me a better number. You probably should have gave me a better number. Okay, we're not gonna go number 1. That was way too easy. I see a couple people say 7. Who I got as my number 7 cornerback? Kevin King is my number 7 cornerback, and that's all y'all getting until until it's time to jump back into it. All right, till it's time for me to drop my position ranking videos. That's all y'all get. Kevin King is my number 7 corner. So y'all can start dropping numbers now. We jumping back in the phone line, blowing up. 770. Who this?
Yo, it's Kevin.
Kevin who?
Kevin Witter.
Kevin Wood. What's happening, man? Turn your laptop down. I can hear me.
Yeah, just turn it down, man.
Appreciate it.
I was saying, I remember the comment you had about I had about Malik Mcdowell and Garrett's athleticism.
Let's work.
What I'm saying is, ain't nobody questioning whether Garrett's the number 1 overall pick. We had the same questions about the two athletes, but Garrett ain't falling from number 1 on anybody's board.
I agree.
Now Malik Mcdowell he's fluctuating from mid first round, maybe late first round. Some people have him early second. Now he's athletic, but he's not athletic to the point where you're willing to overlook some things.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
With Myles Garrett, that athleticism, that transcends. That's a different type of athlete you have in that position. Nobody's gonna pull him from number 1. If you don't take him number 1, you're dumb as a GM. Because that athleticism on the edge coming after quarterbacks, that's gonna change the league.
I totally agree. Let's say this though. Myles Garrett is an athletic freak. But let's not underrate Malik McDowell's athleticism. This man is 290 pounds with that kind of burst, with that kind of bend, with that kind of ball get off. They lined him up at linebacker for a few plays, and he fit right in. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you. The
290 pounds of ass whoop.
Ass whoop.
He's a ass whoop, straight ass whoop. I agree with you.
My only point was I wasn't comparing them as athletes or players. All I was saying was that we talk about them in the same way. You know what I mean? We talk about Myles as Myles is this type of athlete, but if he was a little more polished, he'll be a generational type player. I feel the same way about Malik. Malik has his problems, and he is a great player. His way has been working. But if we can give Malik a little bit more, I feel like he's that type of athlete. That's all I'm saying. It's just as the same, just the same type of conversation that we're having about these guys. Because we also look at Tack in that way. Tack McKinley. He's not that kind of athlete, but he's an athlete that lacks polish. We talk about him the same way. That's all I'm saying.
All right, and I have one more question, man. Do you think Jonathan Allen could hold up as a 3-tech in the NFL? You really think he can hold up as a 3-tech in the NFL?
I think Jonathan Allen's best position is at 3-tech. People have him at 5-tech, which is in my playbook a 4-3 defensive end. People have him as a 5-tech. I think he'll make most of his money at 4-3 3-tech, where he gets to take advantage of one-on-one blocks, shed, release, and chase the football, right? If you put him at defensive end, now he has to have bend, he has to be able to contain, if it's a sweep or something like that, he has to be fast enough to beat the edge and get to the sideline. I don't think he's that type of athlete. I think he's quick, but he's inside quick, right? He's inside powerful.
I agree with you. I think he do great at 3-tech too. Although his listed at last time I saw was 286, he's gonna get a little heavier.
Yeah.
Although Aaron Donald, I believe, is playing around the 290s.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that same quickness as Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has that quick. He's shooting through guys a lot faster than Jonathan Allen is. But I think he could definitely beef up to maybe high 290s, low 300s. And if he can keep that that little quickness that he has, his hand use is amazing.
I agree.
His hand use is fast.
I agree. Give him a cheeseburger. Give him a cheeseburger. He'll be all right. I will say this though, and Aaron Donald is kind of setting this precedent. We're not gonna see 300-pound 3-techs no more because we're getting into more of a passing league, more of a faster league. So you want your 3-techs to be able to get upfield a little bit more. Those 300-pound guys are gonna be your 1-techs and your noses in your 3-4 schemes, right? You want your 3-tech to be able to move around a little bit. So maybe Aaron and Jonathan and Solomon, maybe they're going to set this precedent for these 280, 290-pound 3-techs.
Yeah. All right, man. Nice talking to you.
Hey, man, salute to you, bro. Thanks for calling. Line blowing up. Let me take a look at the chat box real fast. What's up, Voch? I don't think Mahomes is compared to Wilson. He better not be. DeMarcus Walker will probably be late second round. I'm not sure about that. I ain't gonna go into it, but if y'all need to go into it, where's the love for Caleb Brantley? I watched the film on Caleb Brantley. Love that dude, man. But if he don't sack you the first time you come around, he not gonna chase you. If Caleb Brantley doesn't make the tackle, he's not gonna chase the football too far. I got a film session coming on him, so hang tight. Not tonight. We're not gonna have film tonight. This is an impromptu episode, so just kind of hang tight on that. So let's see. And the girlfriend telling me that my time is up. She was keeping time for me. Appreciate it. Listen, y'all, what we gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna get this last phone call in to my man. Wait a minute, let me get in there real fast. Mr. Henry, what up, bro? What you got for the show again?
Hey, man! Thanks for letting me call back again. Quick, two questions, and then I'll let you free. I think they're a little fun. Let's just say you just got hired on to be the general manager of the San Francisco 49ers. You're picking number 2. Myles Garrett's off the board, and you have a couple years before they really start lighting your butt on fire for not doing too well. If you're not doing too well, if it's draft day to day. All right, you're in your room with your people, and it's time for you to draft. Garrett's off the board. Who you banging the table for? Have a smile on your face and sending the card in for on draft day. For the 49ers.
For the 49ers, and Garrett is off the board?
Garrett is off the board. You have the second pick of the draft.
I think the number 2 pick in this draft is the worst pick you can possibly have, bro. It is a terrible pick to have because for the 49ers to have in this draft, let me tell you why. Because your number 1 corner in this draft, he's not like the Pat Peterson, Richard Sherman corner. Like, he's a great corner, but he's not that nasty take that type of corner early. He's not that Reeves type of corner, right? He's not that dude. I think 2 is too early for these safeties. You can go and get you a 3-tech early, in my opinion, but damn it, San Francisco got all the 3-tech slash 3-4 defensive ends. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got all those guys already. So so unless you're taking a quarterback in which the quarterbacks aren't the best this year to be taking number 2, you're in a rough spot. So what I decided to do was just to take the best player available and go get Leonard Fournette. That's my opinion. I saw somebody say get a linebacker, and I've seen people take Reuben Foster there. I'm not that high on Reuben Foster as other people are. Some people say he's the next Luke Kuechly. I ain't going that far. I'm not ready to hit y'all with that opinion. So as far as the number 2 pick, trade back. If you can't get nobody to trade back, because you got to give up 2nd and 3rd round picks to trade up. That's something else I want to get people to understand. Everybody wants to trade away from their pick and get more picks. The problem is somebody got to give up valuable picks in this draft to go get your pick. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to give up 2nd, 3rds, and 4ths this year. Way too talented. So if I gotta hang in there and make a pick, it's out of Fournette, or I just cut my losses and just go take Marshawn. That's just my opinion. But I think Jonathan Allen is the 3rd best player on the board behind Leonard Fournette. In case you don't want to take a running back there. Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate the call.
Appreciate you, man. Hang tight. I got a whole nother I got a whole nother video coming. Everybody, I'm about to cut this live stream off, but don't go nowhere. I just wanted to render or whatever so we can get a whole nother second video. We're gonna do a mock draft review. Okay, my man Sadie Fresh is gonna come in and he's gonna give his mock draft for this year, and y'all can call in and give your opinion and hate on him, whatever you want to do. All right, so I'm about to shut down this stream. Give me about 5 or so minutes for the video to render. Then we're gonna jump right back into it with a new stream. Don't go nowhere. It's Voch Lombardi. Peace.